The movie opens with Ed and Lorraine Warren speaking at a conference, where they're sharing their experiences with the paranormal and supernatural. The next day, we see Carolyn Perron and Roger Perron moving into a new house with their children. All the kids run inside, excited to explore, but their dog refuses to enter the house. He seems really frightened. The parents have 5 daughters: Andrea, Nancy, Christine, Cindy, and April. While exploring near the house, April finds a music box under a large tree. It has a mirror attached to it. The other girls are inside the house playing hide-and-clap when they accidentally break a wooden panel made of pine. It turns out the panel was covering a hidden door. When their father checks it out, he discovers a dark storage room behind it. Inside, he finds an old piano and a bunch of antique items. Meanwhile, their dog is clearly distressed and keeps barking non-stop. The next morning, when Carolyn wakes up, she notices bruises on her legs, and all the clocks in the house have mysteriously stopped at exactly 3:07 a.m. Later, their daughter April finds their dog dead outside the house. In the next scene, we're taken to Ed and Lorraine Warren's home, where they have a room that serves as a museum of haunted artifacts. A press reporter is visiting, and Ed is explaining that every item in the room has been involved with spirits, demons, or some kind of witchcraft. He also mentions that a priest comes by once a month to bless the room. Ed then tells the reporter about the infamous Annabelle doll. He explains that the doll is a conduit for a powerful demonic force that has attached itself to it. After that, the scene shifts back to the Perrons' farmhouse. At exactly 3:07, the clocks stop, and that's when the strange and terrifying events begin. One night, while Christine is asleep in her bed, something suddenly yanks her leg hard. At the same time, she smells something foul in the room. Cindy has a habit of sleepwalking, and one night she walks into Andrea's room in her sleep and starts banging her head against the wardrobe in a really disturbing way. The next morning, Carolyn finds another bruise on her body. Later, when Roger steps outside the house, he notices a dead bird that has fallen from the tree near the house. Seeing this, he's clearly shocked, and it's obvious that this is a sign of some kind of demonic presence in the house. One day, when April and Carolyn are alone at home, April appears to be talking to someone, but no one else is actually there. Then April asks Carolyn to play hide-and-clap with her. While searching for her, Carolyn walks into Andrea's room. Suddenly, the wardrobe doors open by themselves, and a pair of hands reach out from inside and clap. Carolyn is visibly shaken, but she tries not to think too much of it. Later that night, while Christine is sleeping, something pulls her leg. The second time, it pulls even harder, leaving her terrified. Then she notices someone standing behind the door, whispering that he's going to kill her and her entire family. Nancy is with her at the time, but she doesn't see anything, though there's a horrible smell in the room. The next morning, Christine tells Roger and the rest of the family everything that happened. Carolyn is shown again, and now she has bruises and scratch marks all over her body. Suddenly, she hears the sound of children playing. She goes to check, but all the kids are asleep in their rooms. Then, something strange starts happening. Every photo frame in the house falls off the walls on its own and shatters. Around the same time, Carolyn hears the voice of a little girl. She follows the sound, and when she reaches the basement, the door suddenly creaks open by itself. Carolyn steps into the basement, but as she tries to leave, the door slams shut behind her. She falls down the stairs, and just then, someone throws a ball in her direction. She tries to run again, but the room is now completely dark. She lights a match to see around her, and in that moment, a girl suddenly appears behind her, clapping and trying to scare her. Carolyn is trapped down there. Meanwhile, Cindy is in Andrea's room, banging her head against the wardrobe again. Andrea sees this and lets Cindy sleep with her. Suddenly, the closet door opens by itself. Andrea opens the closet to check, and then a woman's ghost is sitting on top of the closet and attacks her. Roger immediately arrives and hears screams coming from all directions. He first opens the basement door and gets Carolyn out. They both come out of the basement and go upstairs, gathering all their children in one place. By now, they're pretty scared. Next, the scene shifts to a university where Ed Warren is giving a lecture on supernatural phenomena, and Carolyn is in the audience listening. As the lecture ends, Carolyn approaches Ed and Lorraine Warren and asks them to come to her house. Ed and Lorraine agree and go with her. There, Carolyn and Roger explain the whole situation to them, how things are getting worse day by day. They tell them there's a foul smell in the house, a knocking at the door 3 times every night that stops by morning, and any bird that lands on their property is found dead in their garden by dawn. All the clocks in the house stopped at 3:07. In response, Ed tells them that this all points to a demonic presence there. Afterward, they go to the basement, and once Lauren is there, she realizes that something terrible happened in that spot and that the situation is quite bad. Ed asks Carolyn about all the incidents happening in the house and records everything. Meanwhile, Lauren is asking April about a friend of hers, and April gives her a music toy. When Lauren plays the music, she sees the soul of a small child in her mirror. It's the child Rory, whom she had just asked April about. They then go to the location where they found the music toy. Lauren then sees the ghost that's been tormenting the family. She tells Carolyn and Roger that a powerful demonic entity has taken over their house. She explains that she saw it as soon as she arrived, and it's a dark, incredibly strong demonic spirit. Lauren also tells them she's seen its shadow following Carolyn, Roger, and their children. This ghost's presence is with them, causing their torment, and it's so attached that it won't leave them alone even if they move out of the house. Ed then informs them that they need to perform an exorcism. To do this, they'll need permission from the church, which requires them to first provide evidence before they'll be allowed to proceed. Lauren explains that there are many spirits here, but the worst is a malevolent entity filled with intense hatred. And when Ed plays the recorder that night, he only hears his own voice. There's no recording of Carolyn or Roger. Lorraine then tells Ed about the history of the place. A man built a farmhouse there and married a woman named Bathsheba who was deeply involved in black magic and devil worship. Bathsheba sacrificed her 7-day-old baby by burning it. When her husband discovered what she'd done, she ran outside, climbed a tree, and committed suicide by hanging herself. After this incident, there were many more deaths in the house. A child named Rory went missing, and his mother, grief-stricken, committed suicide in the house's storeroom. Additionally, a neighbor also died by suicide there, and another child drowned in a nearby pond on the property. As they were talking, the player suddenly activated on its own. Now, along with the ad's audio, a ghostly voice could be heard, which was quite terrifying. At that moment, the time was 3:07. The next day, Ed and Lorraine went to Roger's house and gathered all the evidence they could to show the church. A police officer assisted them with this task, along with a young man named Brad. They set up cameras and voice recorders all around the house, and inside, Lorraine saw a picture of Carolyn and her family. And from within, Lorraine Warren understands that this moment, when they captured this picture, was the most special for her. Ed sprinkles holy water in all the rooms so that if there's any demonic power there, it will be tormented by it. And by its actions, they can record it. Suddenly, the basement door opens, and Ed and Lorraine go down there. But they don't see anything. However, when they try to leave, the door closes on its own. That night, they don't find any evidence, nor does anything happen. And the next morning, they're all happily eating breakfast. Ed tells Carolyn to rest, saying he and Lorraine will handle everything. Then, as Lorraine is hanging clothes to dry, she sees Bathsheba standing behind the clothes. And suddenly, the clothes fly up and stick to Carolyn's bedroom window. As soon as the cloth is removed from the window, Lauren sees Bathsheba staring back. Before Lauren can reach Carolyn, Bathsheba possesses her. That's when the demonic activity begins. These evil souls are truly terrifying. First, police officer Brad hears a girl's voice. He immediately sees the ghost of the maid who committed suicide, and she scares the officer quite badly. Then, Nancy sleepwalks into Andrea's room, and the door locks behind her. While Nancy is sleepwalking, all the cameras capture photos of her, making it clear that someone else is in the room with her. When Nancy wakes up in the room, she hears a child's voice telling her to hide. Everyone rushes toward that room. However, neither the child nor Nancy are anywhere to be found. Ed searches for them with a flashlight. He then spots Nancy in a crawl space between two walls. April tells Lorraine that whenever Rory is scared, he hides in that exact spot, so Lorraine immediately goes there. She finds the child's toys and a music box. She also discovers the rope Bathsheba used to commit suicide. Suddenly, a wooden board breaks, and Lorraine falls through, landing in a storeroom. There, Lorraine looks into the music box's glass. She sees Rory's mother's soul, weeping uncontrollably. Rory's mother's ghost tells Lorraine that it made her do it, and then vanishes. At the same time, Bathsheba's ghost is also there, terrifying Lorraine. As she tries to escape, the entity yanks the chain from around her neck, pulling her backward. The locket, a gift from her daughter, breaks off and falls to the ground. Lauren's daughter's name is Judy, and her picture is inside the locket. Lauren flees outside and tells everyone that these evil shadows only possess mothers and use them to kill their own children. She explains that the entity is now possessing Carolyn and is also responsible for the wounds on Carolyn's body. Suddenly, all the crosses fall to the ground. An unseen force grabs Nancy by her hair and starts slamming her around. However, they manage to save Nancy. They decide to leave the house, and Ed tells Roger they will present all the evidence to the church and then perform an exorcism on the house. Meanwhile, Lorraine hears her daughter Judy's voice and sees her dead body in the pond. This frightens Lorraine considerably, and she becomes very distressed for her daughter. She also tells Ed that this is a warning for them too. The next day, Lorraine and Ed inform the father about the occurrences in the house and show him all the evidence, including the picture of Nancy sleepwalking. In that picture, Rory's soul is standing with Nancy, leading the father to tell them they'll need further permission for an exorcism since the family isn't Catholic. Then we're shown Lorraine and Ed's daughter, Judy. Bathsheba's ghost reaches the child through her locket. The ghost then pulls Judy's foot, waking her up. She gets really scared and comes out of her room, looking for her mom and dad. We also see that the Annabelle doll isn't in their ghost museum, which frightens Judy even more. Just then, Bathsheba appears, holding the Annabelle doll. Bathsheba scares Judy and tries to hurt her. But Ed and Lorraine arrive just in time and save their daughter's life. Meanwhile, Carolyn is taking April and Christine somewhere. As soon as Roger finds out, he immediately informs Ed. Lorraine tells him that Carolyn is taking her children to that house because all these evil forces are influencing mothers. They make her kill her own child. Then, everyone goes back into the house. As soon as they arrive, Carolyn is about to kill Christine, but they save Christine and get her into the car. April is terrified by this incident and hides somewhere. When they try to get Carolyn out of the house, the ghost tries to harm her and won't let her leave. Lorraine immediately understands that if Carolyn leaves, the ghost will kill her. The demon then drags Carolyn back into the storeroom. They go into the storeroom and try to control Carolyn, but the demon is very powerful and has left her in a terrible state, making it difficult to control her. Meanwhile, the police officer is searching the house for April. Carolyn is completely out of control and attacks everyone, one by one. They manage to tie Carolyn down. Seeing her condition, Ed decides they need to perform an exorcism on the spot. As soon as Ed begins the exorcism, the demon, Bathsheba, becomes uncontrollable. The demonic forces in the house grow even stronger. But Ed doesn't stop, he continues to recite the exorcism prayers. Then, in a strange turn of events, the demon throws the chair into the air to try and stop the exorcism. It then slams the chair back down, breaking it, and in doing so, Carolyn's ropes come undone. She tries to eliminate that ad in various ways. Meanwhile, Thomas also finds April. As soon as Carolyn discovers April's hiding spot, she moves to kill her. But before Carolyn can, Ed arrives and completes the exorcism. Ed then makes Bathsheba swear an oath she respects, commanding her to leave. However, the demon still possesses Carolyn, and at that point, Lorraine and Roger help her. They empower Carolyn with memories of her family and children so she can fight the ghost. Ultimately, Carolyn's love for her family and children triumphs. The demonic ghost is forced to leave Carolyn, and she returns to normal. They resume living their lives happily. April then returns Lauren's locket to her. In the end scene, Ed places the music player in his museum, and with that, the movie ends. Thanks for watching this video. Like and subscribe, press the bell icon for more interesting videos up.